There are many painful ways to get out of a rut, but some are easy and even fun. Just recently, I found myself stuck. I felt empty and uninterested in things that I normally like, and just overall, I felt uninspired. In this video, I'm not going to just tell you how to get out of a rut. I'm going to show it to you in 3 simple steps that are actually a lot of fun and that anyone, yes, you, can do as well. But first, it's time to get out of town. If you want to get out of a rut immediately, disrupt. What do I mean? You need to break out of the routine, get out of your environment. Physically getting out of your environment will disrupt these patterns. Now, most people do whatever they can to avoid disruptions, right? You're trying to get your work done, you get sick, your kids get sick, your car breaks down, etc. Instead of feeling victimized by disruption though, plan your disruptions and make sure they're fun. And here I am in Los Angeles. Disruption breaks the limiting patterns that confine you so that new information can come in. Disruption does not necessarily mean you have to travel, though travel is a great way to disrupt. Maybe it's just taking the day off or just getting out of your town. It could even be as simple as just doing your normal daily routine backwards. It might seem silly, but it works. Just do anything that gets you out of your usual, familiar comfort zone. Oldest friend, Ryan. Known him since 1st grade. No kidding. Known this guy since 1st grade. What do you do when you get stuck in a rut? How do you get out of it?
When I get stuck in a rut?
Yeah.
Sometimes just kind of riding out the rut helps too, because it might just be a passing thing.
How long does it take you to ride out a rut?
To ride out a rut?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think ruts kind of sneak up on me. So I don't know when one starts and when one ends sometimes. Journaling's one thing has been a consistently effective way of riding it out and trying to figure out my way out of it.
So what if you're in a rut and you also have writer's block?
Well, that often does happen.
Revisit where you've been so you can appreciate more where you are now. That's my old apartment right there. The second thing to get yourself out of a slump is to reflect on where you've come. I pulled up here from New Orleans on Thanksgiving Day 2004 with a 24-foot moving truck with a trailer attached to the back. I remember spending that first night on the cold, hard floor because the mattress was still in the truck. I stared up at the ceiling thinking I had just made the biggest mistake of my life. I was homesick, I missed my friends, and I missed my parents. Culturally speaking, LA couldn't have been more different than New Orleans. Everything felt hard. My foot's starting to hurt. I spent 5 years living here. This is where my kids were born. I left LA 14 years ago. It transformed me. I had nothing to fall back on but myself. I have no regrets about the time that I spent here. When you realize that you have advanced and made progress in your life, you will feel more gratitude and motivation to keep advancing and to keep progressing. I thought I would experience some doubt as to what I'm doing here, getting out of a rut. I thought that I feel like I'm wasting time and I need to get back home and I need to go work on the things that I've been working on, but I'm not really having that feeling at all. What kind of surprised me is I've actually had a lot of emotions come up, which I was not expecting. There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of sentimental feelings. So how do we know each other?
I don't know, do we know each other, David?
First time we ever meet.
Good here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We've known each other, I feel like, online for years.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember you commenting on my YouTube videos when I was pretty new at it.
Yeah, you were probably new at YouTube and I was still new at NLP and I was learning.
And now we work together.
I know. Who knew? Such a weird little, weird evolution of things.
What do you do when you get stuck in a rut?
The completely opposite of what I've been doing. It sounds odd, like what do I want to be doing instead? So, and I had this experience recently. What do I need to be doing? Just sort of reconnecting with people I know or meeting new people. I've been doing a lot of that currently, actually, as we're talking right now. And I've been saying, like, how have I been feeling? Noticing how I'm feeling. And what do I want to feel instead? It sounds simple, but it helps me get outside of the mindset that I'm currently at. so that's kind of what I do.
We're in Koreatown. I worked in 2 places here. One was the bartending school that's up here, and the other is the Brass Monkey. A lot of interesting characters here in LA, and especially who would come to the Brass Monkey. A lot of famous people come to the Brass Monkey. It is the oldest karaoke bar in Los Angeles. Last but not least is connection. It's so important to connect with friends. We so easily put off socializing as if it's a luxury, but it's not. It's a requirement for your mental health. People who have strong social connections live longer, and as they get older, they're less likely to have dementia. It's important for you to feel seen and heard and even touched by others. Don't underestimate how important this is. Enrich your life by surrounding yourself with people who care about you. This does take some effort. I hate it when people say they like it when things just happen organically, which means they like it when everyone else does everything for them and they don't have to try. You've got to make things happen, and that includes spending quality time with friends and family. Don't wait around for people to reach out to you. Reach out to them. If you're in a rut and you do these things, you will find yourself on the other side of the rut wondering how you ever got there to begin with, because now you realize how much gold is all around you and how easy it is to access. As you're getting out and you're disrupting and you're self-reflecting, you might be feeling a little guilty because you're not being as productive as you feel like you should be. Trust me, you have to have fun and take time off in order to be productive. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I don't have the money to go and do those things to get out of a rut, and I certainly can't take the time off. I understand, and I 100% disagree. It's about finding financial freedom, and you're not looking in the most obvious place. And if you would like to understand financial freedom, especially if you're one of those people who do make a lot of money, but yet you don't feel financially free, you will definitely want to check out this video right here.